Saturday, guys. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Bam here. Going to be streaming some Microsoft Flight Simulator in VR. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I'm having a great Saturday. So far, everything's going okay. We're going to be in FSEconomy. And so looking forward to that. And going to be actually flying the Longitude today. The Longitude. Haven't flown that in a while, so I'm going to be in that bird today. And we've got a plan in to fly. Actually, the Longitude for our group is right now Grand Bahama International, so we're going to be flying that bird to Elgin Air Force Base in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. 475 miles. Techie, good to see you. Are you still with Flying Side? Just curious how things are going over there. I know Daniel was working on his simulator, and I often wonder what happened with that. Pi, how you doing? Hope you're having a great Saturday. Again, guys, thanks for joining. All right, so we're going to get to it here. So we've got, let me just show you the flight. Well, what we got from FSEconomy. Actually, FSEconomy has they updated their My Flight page. You can see it. This is the old version. This is the new version. It looks like, getting a sneaking suspicion they're going to be updating their GUI, which is nice. I still say GUI. I know it's UI, but I just say GUI, graphic user interface. I know that's kind of dates me, but whatever. Anyway, so we got 8 passengers going from Grand Bahama to Florida. Are going to get $11,869 for that. And whoever flew this plane down to Bahamas loaded up with 1,000 gallons of fuel. So we got plenty of fuel to burn. Wanted to buy any more of that. But it looks like it's pretty much the same stuff, just a little better outlined in this new page, which looks pretty good. So let's take a look at the flight. So again, Grand Bahama, across Florida to the northwest, and we're going to basically pick up a glider here, and we'll have our clearance right into Eglin Air Force Base. So let's go over to Flight Simulator and make sure we got all our stuff set up properly here. I'm going to be on the USA server if you guys want to join me. All right, so we're departing that way, which is fine. I'm not going to go cold and dark, guys. I'm just going to fly right from the runway. And let's see. Hold on, figure we'll fly at 20. We'll go 28,000 feet. Oh, we got straight in there to that runway, but I'm going to add glider GLIDR as a waypoint, just so we know when we're about 12 miles away, so I use that as my kind of like my descend point. Yeah, we could go in the morning. We're 10 o'clock. Call it 10:12. That's fine. Let's see. So conditions. This is all good here. Again, if you want to join me on the East US server, that's cool. And I think that's pretty much it. So let's get this thing loaded up here. Did a few things here to hopefully improve the graphics a little bit. I'm going to have to configure it for VR here in a second, because I increased the size of the screen. Saron, how you doing? Good morning to you. So I hope this doesn't affect the performance. We shall see. Never-ending quest to give you guys better graphics. Still, there's just no great way to mirror VR. I mean, what I could do is switch in and out of VR. All right, here we go. All right, we got tags on, so if anybody's going to fly with me, you'll be able to see your tag. And all right, let me just set this VR now. Let's go to, well, first, before I do anything, let me turn on Flight Sim. Sorry, FSEconomy. Make sure that that is rolling, and it is. Flight is in progress for VR Aviation, so that's all good. And all right, now we're going to set this up. So we got to go to, center that, okay. And guys, just give me 1 second here. So we're going to go switch to my left eye view, and I got to configure this so it looks okay. You guys are seeing how the sausage is made here. All right, I guess that's, I gotta just make it a little bit bigger. And I just don't want to give you guys any black, because it's just, the way they do it is not fantastic. I think that's going to be about it. And let's just see what that looks like. That should be okay. All right, cool. So hopefully that's a little bit better graphics for you. Saron, I've been flying with FSE and on air or anything else the last few weeks, getting your 3090. Oh, you haven't been. Yeah, you should. Oh, since getting your 3090, man, I wish I could go. I'm just trying to get a 3080. All right, I think we're good there. All right, good. I'm going to lock that in. Give me 1 second just to answer a text here. Okay. All right, so and this actually looks like it's much better graphics. I think it's a little bit better, so not optimal, but a little better. Are you guys seeing this okay? Not getting any stuttering? All right, so let me get get rid of this yoke, make sure I'm centered properly. And we've got, okay. Haven't flown this in a while, so let's make sure we got everything right here. So we're going to go flight director on. Nav is on. We're going to go speed to manual. Oops, someone just took off. And we are going to go up to 28,000. So it can burn optimal fuel. Well, I actually could probably go higher, but I think 28's fine. All right, good. We're gonna go. Where's FLC? Where's FLC? And we're gonna go speed at 200 knots. Beautiful. And I think that's pretty much it. Everything is pretty much good to go here, right? I forgot that we don't have synthetic vision in this plane. I'm using the working title add-on. Alright, so just see here, we got our flaps set, we got with the brake off. Pedals are good. Let's just go outside here for a second. Aileron's good. Rotor's good. Okay, good. Seems like we're getting pretty good performance today, which is nice. Cracker, how you doing? You like the Sky Park? You like Sky Park as well because you can use your plane in my sim, so I can enjoy hopping into Typhoon and getting credit. Huh. I don't know about Sky Park. Sly Robocop, how you doing? Yeah, I haven't. Yes, I do. I remember you made that livery for me. I haven't flown it. I just haven't. Probably, you know, I'll check it out at some point. Sometimes when you fly in the group flights, when you go into, I've been doing a lot of group flights, and certain servers have some issues with add-on liveries. So, anyway, all right. So we got everything ready to roll here. Let's get in the air. I'm not sure if we have anybody with us. Let's just look and see. Nope, nobody with us. Okay. All right. And rotate. And rotate. All right. Gear up. Flaps up. Get our autopilot on.
Cessna 8 Tango Delta, continue for west departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Freeport Tower Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima, continue for west departure.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Freeport Tower Cessna November 328
That's a cool
Charlie
shot
Lima,
right there.
Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima is type Cessna SC700, 3 miles west of Freeport. Request flight following.
Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima, Freeport approach.
That's a really cool shot. Oh, someone's flying around.
Walk 5123 Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
All right.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, radar contact 4 miles west of Freeport, 4,500.
We're shooting up quick to
Altimeter 29.9
28,000.
Copy Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
Yeah, I've been flying lately, and college is almost done. Okay, one more week till finals. Good luck with your finals, man. But I absolutely remember that you made delivery. I appreciate that. Skidmark, how you doing?
Charlie Lima, contact Miami Center.
You're there in spirit. Oh, Pi, you're the one buzzing around. All right,
Going
cool.
134.2 Cessna 8 Charlie
Cool.
Lima. Miami Center Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima.
Well, pretty soon at some point you won't be able to keep up with me, so I don't think you're going to be able to fly at 320.
Miami Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
I see you up there. I see you coming back now. I got you. I'm following you. Buzz the plane and I'll get you. Here you come. I lost you. Oh, there you are. I'm not sure you can keep up, though, dude. I see you way down there. See your red lights and your strobe. All right. Coming up to 12,000. Hopefully we won't have any engine problems or any glitches on the way to Florida here. One of these days I have to fly one of those business jets. Yeah, that's, I got to tell you, that seems to be my favorite pastime when I'm flying. This plane or the Phenom 300 or the Challenger. Those are my three that I've been flying a lot of lately, especially the Phenom. That's an X-plane. That's a great plane. I love that plane. But this one's fun too. Why don't I have my outside air temp? Can I configure the PFD settings? It doesn't show me outside air temp anymore. Sure would be nice to know that. So let's just turn on de-icing just in case. Oh. All right, coming in up to 20,000. Yeah, that's looking. The graphics are looking much better than they have been. So I think I stumbled upon something. What it was I was using I'll show you on my display here. Let me just go to this display. You can see there I've got the display. That's the view that I'm looking at. And I had it much smaller, just to take up smaller spot. And I guess I was expanding it using OBS. And it just did not look good at all. So this is much better. You were about Conrad was about 550 miles into a VA flight yesterday when this. I know, that is so aggravating when that happens, man. It's happened to me so many times. Northern Surfer Boy, welcome. You're a new guy that flies actual Phenoms and so you're an actual pilot. That's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you have X-plane, Northern Surfer Boy, but if you've tried the Phenom and the Challenger and X-plane, they're both excellent. I'm not a pilot. You are. Be interesting to know, if you do fly those in X-plane, what you think of them. I love flying both of them, especially in VR. And do you fly in VR, dude? Curious. Thanks for joining the stream. I hope you can subscribe to the channel too. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. If you can hit the like button on the stream, that helps get it up in the social media too. So hit that like button if you could. Just all it takes is moving your mouse to it and going click. So if you could do that, I appreciate it. Or you're not a pilot, you know someone that is and flies. Oh, I see, you fly in. Okay.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, contact Miami Center on 132.15.
All right, cool. Oh, awesome. All right, so you've got
132.15 Cessna
you've got
8
both
Charlie
X-plane and FS. So do you fly the
Miami
Phenom
Center,
300
Cessna
and
November
X-plane?
228 Charlie Lima, flight level 250.
That's pretty cool. You get to fly in those.
328 Charlie Lima, Miami Center, continue as planned.
All right, we're coming up to 25,000 feet. I tell you what, this plane seems a lot smoother since the last update, knock on wood. So working title needs to add outside air temp to the PFD. Let's see if we can do that. Terrain on. And we went terrain relative, I think. And let's see, sensor. Airport VOR. Okay, land. Other. I don't see where we can add the outside air temp. Orientation. Heading up. Track up. Back. So I guess we don't have those. We can't see the sensor on there. Unless I'm missing something, we should be able. They should give us outside air temp, right? And so you know. All right, here we go. Settling out here. 28,000. We're going to hit our cruising altitude. Start to pick up some speed here as we level off. You can see the coast of Florida right there. We're going to be flying across that. So let's see, PFD. Back. Why does it have this in Machs? I would rather see it in knots. Let's see, aviation. Land, sensor. Insert map. There you go. Okay, we want that. And let's see. Okay, well we got we inserted the map there on the PFD. All right, let's see. Icon A5. All right, cool. Yeah, that's a cool plane to fly. I like to fly over land, Suez Canal, English Channel, and downtown Toronto. Those are nice areas. And the Caribbean islands. Yes, it's a really fun place to fly. Japan is really cool too. We're not doing this stupid sway thing now, are we? Yep, look. No, it looks like it's settled off. Okay, good. Alright, picking up 306. We're going to throttle back here. Well, we'll get up to 320. Might as well fly as fast as we can. It's doing the slow sway, it looks like, unless that's just natural oscillation. Anyway, there's the coast of Florida. All right, so we've got 53 minutes to our waypoint.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, contact Miami Center on 132.25.
Going to 132.25.
Such an impressive plane.
Miami Center, Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima, flight level 280.
See all those barrier islands.
28 Charlie Lima, Miami Center.
Lake
Continue
Okeechobee right there. Yeah, so if you haven't checked out Japan, that's a really cool area. It's like flying around Tokyo. That's a cool place to fly. New York, of course, is cool. New England, there's some really cool places to fly. I like to fly around San Diego. We're going to be doing a group flight. Our next group flight, probably next week, is going to be in Italy. Planning on going from Naples up to Rome, flying around Rome, checking out all of the sites. So that'll be kind of cool. It'll be like a low and slow flight, a low and slow kind of thing. You know, so I'll probably be flying like the SR-22 or maybe even the Cessna. We'll see. But I'm going to plot that out. This is interesting. So I'm half Italian, and my grandfather was, came from Italy as well as my grandmother. And so as I was thinking about planning this flight next week, the group flight, I said, oh, gee, what town is my grandparents from? So I asked my father. My father is 80 years old. And I asked him, and he told me Campenzano. It's Camposano, Campenzano. And it's just east of Naples. It's around Naples, just east of it, more towards the mountains. So I found it on the map, and it just occurred to me, I said, now he's never been there, of course, my dad. But he always tells stories that my grandfather used to tell about that area. So I said, what a cool thing to do. It's like, so I plan to show my dad what that looks like in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I planned a flight, short flight from Naples, like 11 miles to Campenzano, and recorded a video of the area as I was flying, so he could see. Hey, William, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing. So I could see the area, and so he could see the area. So I recorded this video, about a half-hour video, and sent it to him, and he was just like blown away. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe that. He said, this is amazing. He said, I always wondered what it looked like with the mountains, and he said, I never knew how it was, I never really realized. I saw it on the map, but I couldn't really visualize it. Now looking at it, it's amazing. So it just blew him away. Like, it made his day, which was pretty cool. So just a thought, like, if you got a parent that's from the old country, if you will, Flight Simulator is a cool way to show people, where their ancestors came from. Little towns in Italy or Ireland or France or Africa or wherever, It's just a cool thing, and he, like I said, he was literally blown away. So the next thing I want to do is when he's over my house next time, I'm going to plot the same thing and do it at like a 500 or 600 foot flight, so you're very close to the ground, and let him sit down in a slow flying plane that's on autopilot and just look around. So in VR, so he could actually see it. That would be kind of cool. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting, and like I said, he got a big kick out of it, which was cool. So, all right, doing 306.756 knots. Oh, there you go. Our ground speed is 448 And we've got 48 minutes to glider. And we're just crossing into Florida. There's Lake Okeechobee, which is huge, actually. It's a huge lake. All right, so we've got a little bit of time here, so this is going to be kind of monotonous scenery. A couple things I wanted to talk about. Let's see here. Give me a second here. So, you're going to intercept in a F-15. Oh, cool. See if you can get on my wing. That would be cool to see, man. Oh, if you could do that, that would be really cool. All right, so a couple things. For those of you guys that are into crypto mining, I know, as you know, I changed the name of my channel. It was Bambino Tech, now it's Bam Tech, so don't get confused. I was kind of getting tired of the Bambino thing. Bambino in Italian means baby. Obviously, I'm not a baby, right? I picked it originally because of Babe Ruth, and because I'm a Yankee fan, so that's kind of where it came from, because believe it or not, 10 years ago or whatever, this channel started was going to be like a Yankee blog kind of channel, and then I stumbled into doing tech stuff. And anyway, so it's evolved into Bam Tech. Long story short, just figured it's easier for people to remember. But if for those of you guys who are interested in mining cryptocurrency or getting into it, I popped a video last night, the 10 things you need to know about mining crypto coins with your PC. You might want to just check this video out. It's 12 minutes. And I really took my time. I could actually show you the script, but I really took my time to investigate and organize all of the things that I learned over the last 2-3 years about cryptocurrency and mining cryptocurrency, so that you guys, if you're interested, can avoid some of the mistakes that I made and get right into the material that you need or the resources that you need to learn, because it's a learning journey. And anyway, so I made this video. Check it out. If you know people that are interested in mining with their PC, check it out. It's a nice way to make some small passive income. I can tell you that I've been actively mining since like November, and I've got 2 cards mining. I've got a 1080 Ti and I added a 1070 like in late January, early February. And I'm making about $100 a month in coin, about that, somewhere around there, depending on the fluctuation. But it's starting to add up, and Ethereum and Ravencoin and a couple others that I mine. It's starting to add up. So this is, something that you can do to add some, passive income if you're interested. And it's also very cool technology. I highly recommend that if you're not familiar with blockchain and crypto currency, you probably should learn about it, because in the next couple of years, I believe it's going to become more and more prevalent and part of our everyday lives. So this video might help you get started with just on your journey to learn about it. So if you were like I was a couple of years ago, geez, I don't know anything about that, or when my son came to me 10 years ago and said, hey, my friend just bought 100 Bitcoin for $10 a piece, when he was in middle school. Had I bought 100 Bitcoin at $10 a piece, I would probably not be talking to you guys, right? So, anyway, because it would be worth about $6 million, or about $5 million. But in any event, check this out if you like, guys. I just want to let you guys know about that. So and then there's a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Let me just see if you guys. I'm going to pop this chat out, because it's blocked over here. So I put the chat over here so I can see you guys talking. You remember when Bitcoin was $5? Yeah. I vaguely remember that. It's now 50,000. All right, so second thing I wanted to talk about. The rumors continue about the NVIDIA RTX 3080 Ti. This was published yesterday. Yesterday in Tech Power Up. So they're talking about a card with 10,240 CUDA cores, 12 gigabytes of GDDR6X RAM on a 34-bit bus. Okay, speeds of around 19 gigabits per second, which is fast. So it looks like a pretty amazing card, and they're suggesting that it's going to be about $1,000 for the card. So anyway, it's interesting. It's interesting. You know, the question's going to be, are you going to be able to get one, right? You know, talking about, and the other question is going to be, is if you want to use it for mining, is NVIDIA going to nerf it? You know, physically nerf it? I don't know. You know, but in any event, I would, you know, I always had my eyes on the 1080 Ti as my next card. Don't know. It doesn't say anything about when, so we really don't know when. Let me see if I can see these specs here. So yeah, so these are just basically the same specs. All right. It doesn't really say anything about when. That's just the NVIDIA card, the chip. Okay. So and it's not an official announcement from NVIDIA, but, you know, just so you guys know, this seems to be still coming. They're talking about, what do they say, or Chiva.
Miami Center, Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima flight level 2.
We have the first leak showing Ethereum mining performance in Silicon achieving a mining hash rate of 118.9 mega hash with some tuning. That's pretty amazing. That's higher than the 3080, obviously, by probably about, I think a 38, I don't forget what a 3080 is, but, so it'll be definitely, now, God knows the power. They're not talking about the power at all. Let's see if it has power on here. Where's power? They talk about power here at all. $278 watts at 80%, 278 watts. So it's probably about 300 watts, 310 watts, which is about a 3080. So it's not much different there. Interesting. Anyway, so look for that, I guess. I'm still trying to get a 3080 if I can. We shall see. But you know, like I said, these are going to be tough to get. I mean, the only good news is that if they have a launch, they will have a launch where they get product out, and you might have a chance of snagging one on like Best Buy or Newegg or something like that. Although I'm pretty disenchanted with Newegg. They're basically, you know, like, for example, here's the reason why. If you take a look at Newegg, like, this is the shuffle, right? Okay. What they do with these shuffles is, let's say the 30, like, for example, the 3090, okay? Well, let's look at all these products. 3060. They pair everything with a motherboard, okay? So you have to buy the motherboard. I don't want the motherboard. I just want the card, right? Here's another one. This is paired with a motherboard. 3060 paired with a motherboard. The Ryzen, they give you a little option. Okay, here's the 3070. That was paired with a motherboard. 3090. Look at the 3090. $3,000. Are you kidding me? Look at this. $3,000. Is this the water-cooled one, maybe? I don't know. I just don't like this practice of them pairing, of them bundling. You know, I don't like that practice. I mean, they're forcing you to buy two items when you really don't need the two items, you know. There was a pizza place in Brooklyn that accepted Bitcoin when it was low. Well, hopefully they kept it. Hopefully they kept it. I remember there was a story of a guy that bought Bitcoin. He bought a pizza with like 4 Bitcoin, 3 or 4 Bitcoin, so that that pizza basically cost him like $200,000 in today's money. So anyway, so that's that. The other thing is, if you guys haven't joined the VR Aviators group on Facebook, please do check it out. Just search up VR Aviators. We've got 3,300 people on there that are all enthusiasts in the area of VR, and so it's pretty cool stuff. So make sure you check that out. Sorry, I'm just reading some post here. So anyway, yeah. So the Bitcoin thing. It's I've actually been doing some trading in Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's not an easy road, to say the least. But you got to be very careful in those markets for sure. But there's definitely opportunity for those who are a little bold. What they say. Fortune favors the bold. I guess that's the same as nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yeah, so. All right. So anyway, so we're heading to. We're almost through the state of Florida, man. This thing moves fast. 36 minutes away. There's the Gulf. That's probably the Tampa area down there.
Jacksonville Center, Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima flight level 280.
Or maybe, no, it's Jacksonville area.
Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima Jacksonville Center. Continue as planned.
Very smooth. This thing, I tell you what. This is the first time I've flown in this jet since the last update, and it's very smooth. Now, you got to remember, I'm streaming with my computer too. Let's check the utilization here. Hold on. Check that utilization. Performance. We go to. You always want to go to graphics 1. No, I guess that's for X-Plane. 3D. So we're running 70, 80%. CPU is 26%, up to 90%. You got to remember, I'm streaming too, so that's putting pressure on it. And so I back down the settings on X-Plane. When I do that, now you can see I'm using the 1080 Ti. We're using 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah, why doesn't graphics 1? I guess it's weird because like on X-Plane you got to look at graphics 1 to actually see. Oh, there's a plane flying by me. Anyway, so reasonable on the what do you call it? There's a plane up there. See him flashing. Saron, are you coming by in the F-15? All right, making good time here. So we're going to have to come down to 3,000 feet. We got to come down 25,000 feet. We're going to come down at 1,000 feet per minute, which means we need 25 minutes to get down. Oh, there you go. Who's that? Somebody right there. Well, whoever that is flying, was flying a lot faster than me. Let me get outside here. He's over here. I don't see you, bub. Was flying a lot faster than me. That's you in the F-15. Oh, sorry, sorry, bub. Thanks. Thanks, Gene. Appreciate that. Thank you. I always forget to go back. See if you can get on my wing. Can you get on my... There you go. I see you. I see you. I see you. But it doesn't have you... It's got you in... what kind of plane are you in there? It's got you in a Piper. I see you right there. It's got you in a Piper. Alright, see if you can get on my left wing. Like over here, my left wing. I can see you up there. I got you. Probably got to come down about, I would say at least 1,000 feet. I see you right there. There you are. Whoa. I'm doing 305 knots. Airspeed. Yeah, that's a Piper Ward. That's a pretty fast Piper. Captain Solo, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. How you guys doing today on this beautiful Saturday? Look like it's beautiful out. I haven't been out yet, but it looks beautiful out. Oh, no problem, man. Thanks for joining. Appreciate that. We're trying to pick up Cerrone in the F-15 disguised as the Piper. All right, coming into the Gulf of Mexico. We've got a Gulf of Mexico trip flight here. Cross that a little bit, and then we'll be on our way. So when we have 25 minutes left, we want to start to... I'm going to start to descend. I'm going to descend to 3,000 feet at 1,000 feet per minute. When we hit the 25-minute mark. That just gives us enough time. Let's see if we can get out here and pick him up again. I know he went down. I don't see you, bub. But I'm loving the smoothness. I don't know what they did with this last update, but we lost a lot of the jaggedness of VR, which is really good. Maybe there was a Windows Mixed Reality update. I don't know. I updated Windows 10. No, I actually have a Windows 10 update pending, which I haven't done yet. But anyway, I kind of don't want to touch this because it's really, really good. You know, the reason why I want to get the 3080 is I don't need it for X-Plane. I need it for this. If I had a 3080, I mean, right now I'm flying medium graphics, and it looks good. But I know that if I had a 3080 and I could boost up to high, maybe even ultra on most of the things, you know, except rendering, it would really make the experience much better, you know. So that's the reason why I want to get it. All right, we're now leaving the coast of Florida. Yeah, that looks much better. I'm just looking at the OBS screen. It looks much better than it was. So we'll definitely use this setting from now on when streaming. Keep that window large. I basically have the window at like 1080p size because I have a 14:4 monitor. So I have the window at like 1080p size on my monitor, and then I just basically broadcast with the left eye. What would be really cool is if Asobo releases a 2D one-screen mirror that's 1080p. You know, I know they have that on their list. We've asked them for that. It's not an important thing, but it would be nice to have. All right, so what time we got here? We got 28 minutes, so let's just start getting set up for our descent. All right, so let's we're going to come down to, we'll bring her down to 3,000. Well, I guess we can go to 5,000. And we're going to do vertical speed.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, contact Jacksonville Center on 127.8.
And we're going to go
127.8 for Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
1,000 feet per minute.
November 328 Charlie Lima, flight level 280.
And we'll bring the throttle back so we keep it around 300.
Charlie Lima, Jacksonville Center, continue as planned.
Yeah, this is a joy flying this today. Usually it's like all jaggedy and everything, and it's really much better. I wonder if I could crank up the graphics a little bit. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to risk crashing. Because I have had crashes with the recent update, and I've also had an X-Plane 11 crash with the Phenom, which was really surprising. Like, X-Plane 11 never crashes on me. But I had a crash the other day, which was unfortunate. And we had a crash, I think the last stream when we were doing the Japan group flight last week. I had some major stuttering issues, and I guess it was a server issue or whatever. We had to switch to a different server, and that seemed to clear it up. But in any event, all right. So we're going to make our way down to 5,000 feet, slowly but surely. Flying a King Air, Microsoft Flight Simulator on air seems to be very good today. All right. Yeah, I haven't flown an on air for a while. The next week is going to be, I'm pretty sure we're going to probably do the group flight. But if I don't, the one after that will be on air. I just haven't flown an on air. I really like on air. The problem with on air is like it takes like too much time. I've got so many things that I'm balancing that it just takes too much time, you know. And you know, flight FSEconomy, you could just pop in, put a flight up, and boom, you're off. You're off, you know. One thing I wish they would do is I wish they would complete the cabin for this thing. There's no cabin. I mean, they had that curtain there for a reason, because if you go behind it, there's nothing there. You know, on X-Plane 11, the business jets are all completed. I think the CJ is completed too, if I remember correctly. But this plane isn't completed. They don't have all of the seats and stuff back there, which is kind of lame if you ask me. All right. If you guys haven't checked out the working title, G1000 and G3000, I highly recommend it. Just search it up on Google and you can download it. It's free. You put it in your community folder in Flight Simulator, and it gives you a well-functioning GPS system that allows you to do track up, allows you to keep on the magenta better. It's just so much better. Make sure you check that out. Keep screwing up the lights and getting dinged for it. Oh, and on air, yeah, it's got all those little things like you have your taxi lights, stuff like that, or if you turn, like sometimes if you make a turn, it tells you that you've damaged the cargo if you bank too steeply. I've had that happen to me where you damage the cargo. Like I said, it's a cool concept. I like their UI. It's very sexy. It's just time consuming. It's very time consuming. You know, I got a lot going on. I mean, I could see like if you don't have a lot to do and you just want to do that, then cool. You can do that, you know. But I'm not like I got a lot going on, you know, a lot going on. So I can't dedicate like waiting an hour and a half for my pilot to transport from one airport to the other, you know. I don't know. It is the way they want to do it, and that's fine. You sign up for the way it is, and that's fine. But it requires a investment in time. But I do like it. Like I said, I do like it, but you know, I always seem to fall back to FSEconomy. I always seem to fall back to that. Maybe it's because we got such a big network and all that stuff, you know. And I'm most familiar with it because I've been doing it for like 3 or 4 years. Like 4 years, really. All right, 25 minutes out. 22,000 feet. Don't know where Cerrone is. I'm doing about 298 knots if you're flying around here, Cerrone, and I'm at 22,000. Flight level 22. 0. All right, let's see. I always have to remember like which jets land at which speed. I'm pretty sure this one's at about a 140, right? You want to be about 140 when you're landing. The Challenger's 125, 130. The Phenom, you can get it down to like 115, 118, around there. That's where you want to be. This plane, I believe, is 140. If I remember correctly. Yeah, it's much better. It's not stuttering. Look, as I turn my head, I mean, I know it looks shaky to you guys because you got to remember that you're seeing the view from my headset, and it's on my head. So if I move my head a little bit, like I'm moving just tilting my head a little bit, everything moves. So I try to keep my head still, you know. But it's not easy to do. I guess we can do a review of the of FSEconomy, where we are with the group. So VR Aviation, we've got about $4 million in cash. Wait for this one. Stop speaking.
Going to 135.325 Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
All right. So we got
Jacksonville Center, Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima flight level 1905.
So VR Aviation and VR East.
Okay. All
All right, good. So about $4 million in cash, which is good. FBOs, we still got all the same FBOs. You can see here our main hubs are Roanoke and Cape May, and we got all these spokes off of there. Everyone's doing good. Aircraft wise, we've got, what is that about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 aircraft. So we got 2 TBMs, PC-12. We've got 2 62s, 2 SR-22s. We got the Citation that I'm flying in now, Longitude, 2 Skyhawks, and 2 Barons. So that's our fleet. The goal is we're trying to get enough money so that we can buy another airport, another 3-lot airport, to form some sort of a triangular backbone, or hub, I should say, for our network. Pretty hard to find in the area where we're in, but that's the goal. And we're going to need, probably going to need about $6 million to do that, $5 or $6 million. So we need to get this up to $7 million, so we have $1 million in reserve. You always want to, when you have a big network and all these planes, you want to keep $1 million in reserve at least, But appreciate all the work that you guys are doing to, you can see if we go to the log here, Quixote, Cabrero, Skidmark, Sushi Colo, Sujar, Cracker Jack, all you guys, I really appreciate you guys supporting. There's Miko 73, Full Trotter, Mouse in Your House. All you guys are doing a fantastic job, and see if I missed anybody. Pretty much everybody. So about 8 active pilots plus me around there, which we could use more. We could use more active pilots for sure to help bring that revenue in. But
Jacksonville Center, Cessna November 328
appreciate the help.
16,900 feet.
All right, down to 16,000,
Charlie Lima, Jacksonville Center, continue to clear as planned.
and we got land in sight.
Decimal 902.
Definitely have land in sight. 20 minutes to Gleater. So so that's the overview of the group. If you want to join, just all you got to do is go to, when you're logged in, you go to groups, you go to all groups, and just do a search. You could do a Google search, but you just scroll down to the V's, VR Aviation. Let's just do this. See, there's a lot of groups. VR Aviation, where the hell is it? Come on. Yeah, VR Aviation. You'll see a join button there. Just click the join button. 60% pilot share, okay? And, I think that's pretty reasonable. But yes, if you could join up, if you're doing a couple, all we really ask for 2 things. One is you fly once per month, okay? And for the group. And you keep the planes around, within or around the network. I mean, obviously the jets, you're going to fly the jets out further. That's fine, But just try to keep the groups within the area, Or sorry, say keep the flights within the FBO area. But yeah, so that's what the group is all about. Oops. All right, let's see where we are here. Okay, coming through 14.5. $18 minutes left, so I'm going to actually set my altitude for 3,000. Actually, I'll go to 2,500. And let's start to go down a little faster. We'll go down 1,200 feet per minute. Oh, wow, we really got us rocking in there, 320. I want to pull that throttle back a little bit. Because, you know, technically once you go below 10,000 feet, you really have to be at 250 knots or below. So we want to get down to 250 knots if we want to play it like we're supposed to play it. Hey, there you go. Saron, how's it going, man? And you're a very fast piper. Boy, that piper at 300 knots or whatever. What are we doing now? 265? You'd be shredding your wings off at 265, probably. But I could see you down there. Can you guys see him? All right. Beautiful. I can see. You're going to try to get on the wing there? There you go. I can see you. It's too bad we can't see you as the F-15. All right, coming through 11,000. Got 100 miles to go. See, we're slowing our airspeed. We can actually be a little faster than 227.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima contact Tyndall approach on 124.15.
124.15 for Cessna 8 Charlie Lima. Tyndall approach Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima 10.
Now we can lower our
Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima Tyndall approach continue to clear as planned.
See, why does that whole plane... Oh, there you go.
Decimal 902.
I got you in view. How is that F-15? I was thinking about getting that. Is it expensive? I was thinking about getting that. Another thing to distract me, you know? Did you say it was an F-15? I think you did. Alright, coming to the southern shores here of Florida. Beautiful. Those barrier islands. All right, 95. We got 94 miles away from Gleater. We have our escort. I don't know where he is. Doing 137. I wonder when they're going to fix this washed out look thing that, oh, there you go. Right there. That's close. Nice, man. Nice. Nice. Doing 238. As I was saying, I'm wondering when Asoba's going to fix this washed out look. I don't know about you guys, but in VR, with the CV1 as well as the G2, you get this washed out look. You know, like it's the brightness is too high or whatever. It's funny because in X-Plane 11, it's kind of like the opposite. You know. So I'm wondering if they're going to give you some control over that. They're talking about that, giving you like a slider. We'll see. All right, we're coming through 7,500. Heading down to 2,500. I'm sure it is, man. It's so hard staying with these going slow. I'm sure it is hard. Challenging, right? That's good. I mean, 300 knots is slow for that plane. I mean, as you get closer, you know, obviously it's not as washed out, right? It looks pretty good. But in the distance is just washed out. And I think they do that because for drawing purposes, graphic purposes, it's less they have to draw, right? If everything has like a haze over it, it just makes it easier, you know, less to draw. But it just doesn't look very good. I guess in real life you'd have some haze, you know, on some days, but yeah. All right, coming through 6,000. We got 78 miles. All right, let's see here. Now we're going to really start to slow down. So now we got 23 miles. Oh, sorry, 72 miles. We're going to kind of fly low and fast here. You know what? Let's bring this up to. Let's bring the altitude up to 3,000 feet. I think we should be at 3,000. All right, we're going to start to level off here at 3,800. Looks like it's pretty much swampland around here, right? Not much agriculture. It's probably brackish. Things probably don't grow very well here because of the salt water in the area. A lot of salt. Not sure. Just doesn't look very farmable. Well, maybe it is, actually. Those look like cultivated fields there. Alright, so we leveled off here at 3,000. We're going to give it a little juice. We've got 64 miles left. Check out a little bit. Let's just go outside the plane here. That waterway's interesting. That's pretty cool. Oh, there you are. I got you. All right. I can see you right there behind me. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got 58. We're a little over. We're doing 253. There's Cerrone up there. Doing some acrobatics. It's a nice chair. Seat, I guess. I guess it's a captain's chair. Whatever. Oh, what's going on here? Why aren't we showing? That's weird. Hold on. That's weird. It went offline there. Sorry, guys. Alright, now you should be able to see. Check out the beaches there. Beautiful beaches of Florida. Northern Florida. And we're pretty much straight shotting into the runway here, so to make a little bit turn to the right, I believe, to line up. Gulf of Mexico. Don't see any oil rigs out there. I'm sure they're out there. Oh, man. So, yeah, so next week we'll probably do, either we're going to do on air or I'm going to do the Italy flight. We shall see. I have to think about it. I like those group flights. A lot of fun. The plan is to fly around Rome and check out all the tourist sites, you know, like the Colosseum and the Vatican and all that stuff. See what we can see around Rome. That'd be kind of cool. That's the plan. Whew. I think I see Cerrone there. Hold on. Right up there. How do you like that plane, Cerrone? Is it worth getting? Is it worth buying? Somebody else over there. Not sure who that is. It looks like a big bird. Oh yeah, that's a big bird. Let's get outside here. We can get a better... Where is it? I don't know where he is now. There's Cerrone. There was a big bird up there somewhere. I don't see him. He's taken off. There's us flying along here. Had a nice clip. It's kind of cool scenery there. Alright, we're coming up to Gleater. So let's start to slow this beast down a little bit here. And we will bring her down to 2400. Someone else is doing the aerobatics. Oh, okay. Well, if you're watching the stream, let me know who you are. Slowly scan here, see if we can pick somebody up. Oh, there's Cerrone right there. I got you. Your propeller's not moving. Fly straight. Just increase your speed a little bit, and you'll come right into view. Just increase your speed. There you go. Increase your speed a little bit. Increase your speed a little bit, and you'll come right into my view. There you go. There you go. There you go. Trying to keep you centered. There's somebody else right there. And a Piper. Pretty cool. All right, back in the plane. Oh, there we go. Who's that? All right, we're coming up to our waypoint here in 26 miles. Sorry, 28 miles. Keep it around 200 knots.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, contact Jacksonville approach on 120.825.
120.825 Cessna 8 Charlie Lima. Jacksonville approach Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima 2,400 feet.
Cessna November 328 Charlie Lima Jacksonville approach. Continue to Gleater as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Alright guys, I'm still here. 23 miles. There's that blue Piper Cerrone. And that beautiful Longitude. Just to give you guys an idea of what the temps look like when you're running Flight Simulator. So the 1080 Ti, I'm at 100%. I'm not overclocking or anything. I'm just running straight defaults. So the GPU temp is the GPU, which is basically the CPU of the GPU, is 61. Power temp 58, and memory temp 57. Elliot, how you doing? Oh, you're in Dino's F14. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so that just gives you an idea of what the temps are. This is roughly where I am when I'm mining, to tell you the truth. So it's, you know, as I said in that video I made, you know, people say, oh, you're going to burn out your card if you mine with your GPU, which is really a misconception. You know, I keep the temperatures under 60 Celsius and power about 70%, and I really have no problem. You're not going to have any problems. It's just within manufacturer's specifications for overclocking. So, you know, if you're basically flying a Microsoft simulator for 10 hours, which a lot of people do, you're putting the same heat, if not more, on a GPU than you would if you're mining. So this whole myth about, oh, you're going to burn up your GPU if you mine with it, that's nonsense. All right, so we got 11 miles to our Gleater waypoint. We're going to start to slow her down to 200 knots. Get ready for landing. Put the seatbelts. Where do we put the seatbelts? Seatbelts don't work. Okay. Inoperable. Alright, we don't need the icing anymore. We could turn all that stuff off. And we got landing lights. We got strobe lights. We're ready to go. Hey folks, we'll be landing at Elgin Air Force Base roughly about 5 minutes. So please buckle up your seatbelts because the light doesn't work. Your last two GPUs were used for mining, not an issue, right? Exactly. And EVGA has the best cooling on the planet, so I personally would only buy EVGA graphics cards. I've had such great experience with the 1080 Ti. This thing's 4 years old. All right, I've got a 1080 Ti and I got a 1070. The 1070 is in its own little PC, and I just use it for completely for mining. Now, it's not the best, for mining, but it's on. I got it on Ravencoin 24/7, and sometimes Ethereum, but that's all it does. And until I can get a couple more cards, I have actually all the parts to build a mining rig, but I don't have the cards, so I really can't do anything with that until I can get some cards. I want 6 GPUs. Now I'm gonna get comments in the chat that I'm a dirty, filthy miner, right? But you have to understand, cryptocurrency wouldn't work unless you had miners. It's part of it. At least the ones that are proof of work. So in any event, yeah. So I want to get a couple more and get a rig going. But the 3080 would be for this machine that I'm using here. And then if I get a 3080, I'll put this 1080 Ti and the 1070. Now I'll put that in a rig and start to build the rig and add to that over time as I get cards. So yeah, it's this whole myth about you'll burn out your card. That's nonsense. All right, we are lined up for our landing at is it Elgin, I guess, Air Force Base. I got eyes on the runway, even though the plane seems to be drifting to the left here a little bit. We're doing 196, so we're starting to slow down here because we got 10 miles.
Eglin Tower, Cessna November, Tree 28 Charlie Lima is 11 miles southeast with Mike to land.
Cessna November, Tree 28 Charlie Lima, Eglin Tower. Fly straight in runway 30. Altimeter 29.9 to wind 27.
Alright, we're going off autopilot.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima cleared to land runway 30.
We're going to set up our flaps.
Cleared to land runway 30 Cessna 8.
Sorry, our trim. Let's get that first notch of flaps in there. All right, coming down to 2,000. It's interesting green color, how that kind of melded on the screen like that. All right, we get that landing gear down. Yeah, I guess we want to be about 145, 150 in this plane, right? We got the automatic spoilers armed. This is a fun one. What I like about the business jets is you're flying a big plane. Obviously, it's not as big as like a A320, but the systems are fairly easy to remember how to use because you're using different planes. I mean, it's hard to remember. You got a lot to remember. And the 320 is pretty complicated. Like I started to learn how to fly that. I'm like, man, this is complicated. We're going full flaps there now. I want to keep her at 140. So these business jets are just fine. You get to fly fast. You get to make money, and you really can't make money in Microsoft Flight Simulator in the big jets. I mean, how do you? I mean, in FSEconomy, how do you do that? I mean, the flights of like 110 passengers are like, the same amount of money as flights for, You know, why is it red? That's weird how it's red. Alright, focus on landing. Oh, we don't want to go that slow. .130, 131. Someone's on my wing there. Don't want to get distracted. I want to get the plane down. There's a synthetic vision. And we are down. That nose come up there a little bit? Maybe that was just the... Oh yeah, it came up. The nose came up again. That was weird. Welcome to the Air Force Base.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, exit runway when able.
I guess that's... We're going to follow Saroon there over to the terminal.
Cessna 8 Charlie Lima, contact ground on 121.8.
121.8 for Cessna 8 Charlie Lima.
Pardon me. I know I'm cutting the yellow there a little bit. I'm so glad I got this G2, man. It's so cool. You can park anywhere. I'll park right next to you, man. There we go. What's up, buddy? Alright, guys, so get that parking brake on. Flaps are cleaned up. Well, that was a nice trip. Let's make sure we got our money from flights from FSEconomy. So let's go to logs, and there we go. So we made $3,400 for the group, $7,100 for ourselves. We had to pay the crew, we had to pay some ground fees, so nice little chunk of change for the group and a fun flight, right? Let's see, I think the main issue is gamers have, with minors, gamers only use 1 or 2 cards. Yeah, I mean... Oh, yeah, for some reason, yeah, you can't see the plane. That's too bad. And that's Elliot over there. Elliot with a J, right? I guess it's Elliot. It's pronounced Elliot. I see you guys right there. Appreciate you guys flying with me today. That was awesome. Kind of a mini group flight. All right, the one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to... it's not DCS level, but it looks, flies, and sounds great. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to kill this flight here. Oh, hold on. Let me get out of VR. All right. I want to see. Let's go back to the main menu. I want to check out this thing. Go to the marketplace. Where is it? Marketplace. Boom. All right, let's go to full catalog and aircraft and jet. Okay, let's see. Typhoon. There's the F-15. $40. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. How's this MB339? It's an interesting looking plane. $40. It's a lot. Is it worth the $40? What else? We got the T4. We got the T. I know DC Designs is pretty good. Let's see what we got on the piston side here. This is kind of cool. This ultralight. I was thinking about getting this ultralight. Anybody flown that? The ultralight. And we got this is the glider thingy. I wouldn't buy anything from Carenado, sorry. Iris Simulations, this, is this a electric job? Probably not. It's got a, what do you call it in there? Yeah, forget Carenado. BT, okay. And turbos, let's get the turbos. Huh. Well, let me just check. Let me go back and see. The jet's got four different variants. Oof, that looks pretty cool, man. Can you fire weapons with it and stuff? All right, so the package includes the Eagle, so the C, the D, the E, and the I, Israeli. Okay, cool. So I guess different liveries. No weapons. All right, well, that's a bummer. I remember I was in Pennsylvania driving one time, and one of these planes was getting ready to land at a local airport. I don't know where it was. Like, I guess it was near a... you open an honor to see the cargo pass EMB 110. I was going and I saw one of these planes, and it looks like they were like circling around, getting ready to land, and they're a lot bigger than you would think they are. They're big. Like, it's a big plane. I mean, most of it's wing and engine, right? But it's pretty cool. And in VR, I mean, I think I would probably wait to get this until I had a 3080, because if you're going to fly in this, you want to fly fast and you want no stuttering, right? So that's what I'm thinking. But it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. All right. Well, guys, listen, that's going to about do it for me today. I appreciate you guys joining the stream and hanging out. I'll put up, if we're going to do a group flight next week, I'll post it on the the Flight Simulator community bulletin board like I always do, and I'll send out a tweet or whatever. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. Yeah, you want performance in the fast planes. But I appreciate you guys joining today. We may do on air next week, so it's going to either be on air or a group flight. We shall see. I'll probably decide like maybe a couple days, and we'll figure that out. All right. I agree that the patch has really helped stuttering for sure. They've stumbled upon something, which is great. All right, guys, thanks for flying along with me today. Thanks for hitting that like button. And again, as always, thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate that. We continue to grow, and I do have this goal of someday getting to 100,000 subscribers. We shall see. But again, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and take care. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.